Hampden Park, Glasgow, scene of so many great soccer occasions. Celtic, 5 years running, the Scottish champions, and Leeds United, the pride of England, who, if they're to survive tonight, will have to do something no other European Cup semi-finalist has ever done. Recover from a home defeat in the first leg. And what a team to recover against. This great Celtic team, 6 players in that team were in the 1967 European Cup winning team, but a big shock. Willie Wallace, their top goal scorer, is injured, so Hughes is at number 9. Bertie Auld, allowed to go by Birmingham City, now the conductor of the Celtic Orchestra. The great Jimmy Johnston, number 7, gives to Scottish football the wizardry George Best gives to English. Pitted against the green and whites of Celtic, Leeds United playing the same team that played in the FA Cup final last Saturday. Just one change from the first leg. Hunter instead of Paul Reaney. Number 11, Eddie Gray, a boyhood Celtic fan, man of the match in last Saturday's FA Cup final. Billy Bremner, number 4, taken off in the first leg, injured, but determined to lead Leeds to victory tonight on Edinburgh Trinity. This vast crowd now keyed up for what has been billed as the match of the century, and it could well turn out like that. Mr. Schallenberg of West Germany, the referee, and away we go for the semi-final of the European Cup. A grey, overcast night. It's been raining just before the kick-off, but the ground in perfect condition. Bremner. Gemmell. Hughes, Yogi Bear they call him. Lennox, great goal poacher. Murdoch. Johnston. Hay. Free kick has been given. Number 2, Hay. The wind blowing from left to right, so blowing this ball away from the Leeds goal. Johnston, number 7. And lucky let off for Leeds. Sprake was... And Jack Charlton is really hammering into Sprake. Sprake seemed to have banged his head on the post. Gray, number 11. Bremner's going to have to pull this Leeds side together. They're certainly not gelling at the moment. Hay. Goal kick. Perhaps an optimistic appeal by Big John Hughes. Celtic's 25th European Cup match. They've won 13 of them. And this vast crowd, 134,000, a record for a European Cup tie. Connolly. Madeley. The man on the ground is Alan Clark of Leeds. Madeley's got to do it all on his own. Lorimer. Cross to Bremner. The brightest Leeds move yet. Ruined by Gray. And Clark is on his feet. Obviously going to be a game for brave men. After 14 minutes, Bremner has equalised in the match. It's 1-0 for Leeds in this leg. A goal out of the blue, that. So it's even Steven now in the tie. And Clark, he's being told off a bit by Mr. Schulenberg. Free kick to Celtic. Going to be taken by Gemmell. All for Celtic. "20 minutes gone, Leeds United in the lead by 1-0. And the referee penalising Jones. Fouling Grogan, so it's a free kick to Celtic. Celtic, the first British team ever to win this difficult tournament, the European Cup. Bremner. Bremner to Lorimer. Connolly. Oh, there's no Johnston there this time. Yogi Bear, John Hughes, and he's had his jersey pulled. Free kick to Celtic. The referee a good 60 yards away. The linesman right on the spot. Not the happiest of places in which to give away a free kick. 30 all to take it, wily old fox that he is. And not... And the referee's given a free kick. And McNeil was claiming that he was fouled. But again, Leeds were caught out by a cross ball. All right, they've got a free kick. Williams coming to the Celtic side this season. Hunter to Gray. Gray had no success against Gemmell, now trying his luck on the far wing, where he'll be up against Hay. And it's Hughes. And good goalkeeping by Straight, narrowing the angle. John Hughes, number 9. Gray with a throw for Leeds. Johnston. Johnston, Hay. Great appeal for a penalty. Play on. Throw in. Hay with the throw. Goal kick. And the crowd certain that that was a penalty. Goal kick to Leeds. 14 minutes of the first half left. Johnston to Meadow. Park to Bremner. Giles to Bremner. Giles running well off the ball. Number 7, Lorimer. Brogan. Celtic defence covering very well. Bremner, Madeley. Lorimer free on the right. Lorimer, number 7. It's over the line, a goal kick. It had gone over the goal kick. Lorimer could have pushed that ball back to Giles, who had free access from a good centre, whereas Lorimer was blocked by Gemmell. Hughes. Connolly. Lennox buzzing in the middle. There's Lennox! No! Off the line by Madeley. Johnston. Great save by Madeley. Free kick to Leeds. What a great save by Madeley. Nobody had spotted Lennox going down the middle. 10 minutes to half-time, and what a let-off for Leeds. Leeds' defence has been caught open far too often for their own comfort. That's a foul. Hey, going in with his elbows up. Free kick to Leeds United. Connolly, very busy worker. Johnston. Murdoch. Again, Lennox has moved into the middle. Johnston. Murdoch. And free kick to Celtic. Boot coming up too high. Chance for Celtic to put more pressure on Leeds. Bobby Murdoch to take it. Gray, now Murdoch. Cooper for Leeds. Bremner taking over. Gray. Hold. Gemmell going down the left wing as Lennox has gone into the middle. Well, if the pass had been made just a split second earlier, perhaps Tommy Gemmell would have got it. He's very fast on the break down the wing. McNeil beating Jones in the air every time. Now, Johnston. Bremner fouling Johnston. Little ginger-haired fella fouling another little ginger-haired fella. And Bill McNeil has gone up now for Celtic into the penalty box. With him and Hughes there are a lot of big fellas around, and Murdoch. Now, McNeil. And he's got the line of goal! No, it's not. Play on. So again, Celtic thought they Celtic got it over the line. Madeley. Referee was right on the spot that time. Celtic now piling the pressure on Leeds. It's Johnston. Johnston, the torturer-in-chief of this Leeds defence. With all the Celtic attack working well, moving well. Hay. Clark is in trouble with the referee now. He's been booked. Has he? Well, the notebook is out. Yes, Clark has been booked. And the Celtic fans in great voice. Johnston. And Jones is hurt in that tackle. Johnston. Murdoch. Connolly. Jones is injured. Bobby Murdoch sportingly drawing the referee's attention to the fact that Jones was injured. And this is Nick Jones being carried off. It's hard to see whether the legs are tied together. No, they wouldn't carry him off like that if they suspected a break anyway. And there's a... Can't. Rogan back to Gemmell. Rogan again. Gemmell. Goal kick. Decision with which Tommy Gemmell doesn't agree, but nevertheless. It's the man who... Leeds will... there's a kid, youngster, obviously quite certain Celtic are going to go through. Leeds at the moment having nothing up front. In fact, to be fair, there's been very little pressure put on this Celtic defence. Gemmell. Charlton. All there again to Hughes. Corner kick. 6 corners now Celtic have had in this first half. Hughes, the man by the near post. Celtic all to take the corner. Another corner kick. And it's Craig got his own merit. It's Hunter, I think. Yes, it's Hunter. And the whistle has gone for half-time. The whistle has gone for half-time. And so the half-time score, 1-0. The scorer, the captain of Leeds United, Billy Brent. And this huge crowd now trying to sing Celtic to victory in this European Cup semi-final. But the big news for the Leeds fans is that number 9, Mick Jones, has come back onto the field. We all thought he might well have been out of the game with rather a bad injury, but happily for everyone, nobody wants to see any player carried off in a game like this. And off goes Celtic for the second half. 1-0. Leeds are in the lead, and it looks as if Leeds could well be in for another draw. Cooper. If the score remains 1-0 for Leeds, there'll be extra time. There's Terry Cooper, one of England's World Cup men. Happy enough with Johnson, isn't he? Celtic throw. Brogan with the throw. Johnston, but not even Johnston can get that. And Johnston taking a risk, playing with his stockings rolled down, but that so many players do that today. And we've just heard that Mick Jones has a bad gash down his left shin. That Jones in action despite that bad gash down the left shin. Gray, number 11. Bremner behind him. A Hunter, number 6. Jones, Clark. Johnston. All. And Hay. Corner to Celtic. Celtic now had 7 corners. Leeds hadn't. And what's the short corner again? All screwing it in. And in goes Hughes, a beautiful header. And that means there can be no extra time. And the crowd have gone wild. 130,000 Celtic fans are wild with joy. 2-1 in the lead now, Celtic on aggregate. 47 minutes gone. So now Leeds have got an uphill tussle all over again. Johnston, and again Hayes overlapping on the right. That was the move that brought the goal. Certainly Celtic deserved that goal. Play on. Celtic crowd are really giving Leeds some hammer. Tremendous to hear them behind their team like this. Old. And Hughes again. Goal kick. Cocker has been a sorely overworked man in this match. And there's Harvey coming on to deputise for Sprake. Referee, having noted that Harvey has taken over from Sprake, and the sad sight of Gary Sprake being carried off on a stretcher, and there seems to be no end to the misfortunes of Leeds United. And a wonderful Hampden crowd rising to Gary Sprake as he's carried off on a stretcher. That's sportsmanship for you, so the game restarts. 7 minutes gone in the second half. That kind of injury time. One each. He was moving to his right. And the crowd now sensing that for the second time, Celtic are in the Cup final, the European Cup final. 53 minutes gone. So, 2 goals in 6 minutes, well, less than 6 minutes play, and Celtic are cock-a-hoop. And Gary Sprake has torn the ligaments of his left knee. So, on aggregate, it's 3 goals to 1 for Celtic. Tremendous turnaround in the second half. And here's Hughes now. Leeds split open again. Well, Hughes had a free passage then right down the fairway onto the Leeds goal. So Hampden Park abuzz as Celtic go marching on to become the first British team rather to get to their second European Cup final. And it looks very much that way at the moment. Hamill with the throw for Celtic. Charlton. Bremner. And Charlton's got up into the penalty box. Clark. Giles! And it's a free kick anyway. Free kick anyway. Well, it didn't matter that Giles volleyed that wide because Whistler gone for a free kick. Clark, the man who used his hands to get a bit of extra height. 10 minutes of the second half gone. Celtic in the lead 2-1. 3-1 on aggregate. Cooper to Hunter. Leeds have played rather a cautious game. Now they've got to come out and play a real attacking game. And that would never do for Clark. Free kick to Celtic. Foul on Hay. Oh, what a bad one from Johnston. Giles. Giles to Clark. To Hunter. Cooper. Clark, Giles, and great bit of defensive work by Brogan. Had a great match. And off goes Bernier. Brenda after him. And that's a free kick. And that Leeds in trouble now. Look at that position for a free kick. All to take the free kick. McNeil wants one to the far post. You saw what McNeil thought of that one. I think all was trying to play on Harvey's inexperience and the fact that Harvey might be unnerved. A goal put past him right at the start. Bertie Auld just behind Billy Bremner. The right idea, bad execution. Giles, number 10. Jones. The offside given against Jones. Free kick to Celtic. Hughes. Young Harvey. To Hunter. Cooper. Jones and Gray. The Celtic defense magnificent though. Cooper. And Brogan. With a Lennox now Auld. Hughes. Madeley for Leeds. Hunter to Cooper. Jones. Hunter. Auld. Celtic have brought everyone back. Bremner. So to add to the sad tale of woe of Leeds United, who've given away or had scored against them 2 goals in the space of about 3 minutes, is the news that Gary Sprigg is almost certainly out of the FA Cup final replay. Torn ligaments of the leg. "20 minutes gone of the second half. Bremner. Now Jones just caught on the wrong foot, off balance, couldn't move into it. And Jockstein not satisfied with his team. Jockstein had just darted to the touchline to scream orders at his men. Throw to Leeds, it's Gray, number 11. Connolly. Johnston. Hayes gone down that right wing again. Well, it didn't work that time, but Hay, the young fellow who started the rot as far as Leeds were concerned, he made the first goal. Giles for Leeds. Charlton across to Madeley. For the first time, the Celtic song, it's a grand old team to play for. Gray. Hunter. Jones, happy to chase that one, but Leeds aren't finding the men up front. They're making no impression on the Celtic defence at all. And the crowd singing away the Celtic songs, really sensing victory now. Quick free kick by Celtic. It's Johnston. Johnston to Hay. Foul by Bremner on Hay. And on comes Bates. And it's Lorimer who's just come off. Lorimer's gone off. That's Peter Lorimer. So he's got 18 minutes to play. Free kick to Celtic. And a fine save by Harvey from McNeil. Since he came on, Harvey hasn't had a great deal to do. He was beaten immediately. He came on. Hadn't much chance with it. He was going the wrong way. And Leeds have now changed their tactics. Bremner has gone up front as a striker. Goal kick to Leeds United. Now all or nothing for Leeds. Bremner's gone up front. Now it's Giles. Madeley. To Hunter. To Gray. Bremner. Hughes against number 6. Hunter, and this could be another one. Hughes. And it doesn't really matter. At this stage, John Hughes probably saying, don't worry to Connolly. Doesn't really matter. So it's a corner. We've had a minute of injury time. Those are the Celtic fans, and they've every right to be proud of their team tonight. That, I think, is the gesture of a man, Bertie Auld, who knows this game is over, and it's been won by Celtic. And Bertie Auld has done as much as anyone to win it. Auld to Lennox. For Leeds United, it's only the FA Cup left. A few weeks ago, there was the Football League Championship, the European Cup. Both they have gone. And the whistle goes, and Celtic are in the European Cup final. And John Reevy goes out to shake Jock Stein's hand. And these two great sporting teams swap shirts. Jock Stein is there on the pitch. A great victory by Celtic. Certainly, Celtic deserve this win. Jock Stein dancing around like a 2-year-old. The players swap shirts. And there is the great manager, Jock Stein. A tremendous performance this by Celtic, and I think and a great performance by Celtic, and out comes Celtic, I think, for a lap of honour. And this is the team that will represent Scotland and Great Britain in the European Cup final. Those are the fans who will be in Milan to cheer them on. Noise will be deafening even in the San Siro Stadium. Preston just on the left there. What a torturer he's been to Leeds. And now the lap of honour begins. There is Connolly. And away go the victorious Celtic team. And look at that crowd. Champions of Scotland, the Scottish League Cup winners, the Scottish Cup runners-up, and now in the final of the European Cup for the second time. 1967, they beat Inter Milan in Portugal. Now, Celtic go on to play in Milan. Bobby Murdoch, who scored the second goal, leading that band. Hughes with him, number 9. And Billy McNeil, thought to be doubtful. The players come, the victorious Celtic team come into the dressing room. They've won 2-1 tonight, 3-1 in aggregate. The goal scorers Hughes and Murdoch tonight to a goal by Bremner. A great performance by a great team led by Jock Stein, a great manager.